Is the frequency in use? Good evening, everyone. This is Victor Echo 6 Hotel Foxtrot with the Alberta Public Service Net. We'll take early check-ins for anyone that has to leave early.
Victor Echo 6 Delta Romeo.
Victor Echo 6 Delta Romeo Lima. Good evening.
Good evening. We'll be in and out with no traffic. 73.
And 73 to you. Thanks for checking, Dave. And Don, Victor Echo 6 Echo Sierra Alpha. How are you this evening? Sounds great. Thanks for checking, Don. And Jim at Victor Echo 6 at Juliet Micah Bravo. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening to the net. I'd like an early out tonight and no traffic here from the port. Thank you.
No problem hearing you. Nice 5-9 signal. Thanks for checking. Further early check-ins, Alberta Public Service Net.
EE6 Delta Whiskey Delta 6 Romeo Victor.
Okay, 3 stations in there. We'll start with Victor Echo 6 at Delta Whiskey Delta. Good evening, Dwayne.
Good evening, Ryan. I hope you're doing well, sir. You sound good tonight. I have no traffic from Water Valley, 73, sir.
And 73 to you as well. And Victor Alpha 6, a Romeo and Victor. Good evening, Bob.
Hey, good afternoon, Ryan, or good evening. I have nothing for the net tonight. Thanks for getting me in.
No problem. Thanks for checking. And Kilo Lima 7 Quebec Kilo, you're awfully light, but give her a go, and I might need a relay. Okay, I heard no traffic. Thanks for checking, Ned. Further early check-ins, Alberta Public Service Net. Okay, I'll pick up a Victor Echo 7 Uniform Charlie. Good evening. 73 to you as well. And Steve at Victor Echo 6 CR Charlie Lima. Good evening.
Hey, Ryan, thanks for the early check-in. I have no traffic, and have a great day.
And thank you for stopping by. And was there still another station in there? Another 2 of you. Victor Echo 6, a Papa, a Romeo. Good evening, Doug. $73. And Victor Echo 6 Hotel November. How are things, Larry?
Good evening. Could I also have an early check-out, please?
You certainly may. Thanks for taking the time. Further early check-ins, APSN.
E6 Oscar Bravo.
No problem hearing you. Good evening, Ian. Victor Echo 6 Oscar Bravo.
Good evening. No traffic, and thanks for the early out.
And you got it. Further early check-ins, APSN.
Victor Echo 7, Papa Charlie.
Victor Echo 7, Papa Charlie. How are you this evening, Bob?
I am great, Ryan. Thanks for the early check-in. You're coming in on S9 here. Beautiful clear signal. Have a good evening. Victor Echo 7, Papa Charlie, 73, Ryan.
And you're sounding good this way as well. Thanks for stopping by. Further early check-ins, Alberta Public Service Net.
The Alberta net, you're extremely distorted. We can't make you out. The 6J5. Try reducing the power and see if that clears up. Sounds like there may be RF on you.
We'll take further early check-ins for the Alberta Public Service Net. Good evening, Jim. How are things in Coronation? Well, you're fairly weak into my station today. You're coming in at an S3. The audio sounds fine, being that it's a limited signal. Don, can you hear him very well? Would you be able to give an audio check?
Yeah, he's nice and strong here. It sounds pretty good, Jim. If anything, a few more eyes wouldn't hurt.
Sorry, Jim, I didn't catch that.
Jim, you're quite weak here, too.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jim. So with that, it is 6:31. So we'll start off. Good evening, everyone. This is Victor Echo 6 Hotel Foxtrot with the Alberta Public Service Net. This is a direct net and is organized for the public service and convenience of all radio amateurs and is part of the national traffic system. Single sideband and CW will be recognized. This net meets daily at 0130 UTC on or about this frequency of 3700 kilohertz. All stations except CW, please zero beat this frequency. And CW stations, please position your carrier down approximately 800 hertz so we can receive a nice clear tone. Any station having emergency traffic while this net is in session will be recognized by giving a double break and then identifying themselves to net control. Your net control this evening is Victor Echo 6 Hotel Foxtrot. My name is Ryan, that's Romeo Yankee Alpha November, and I'm located 34 kilometers south of Camrose at Red Deer Lake near Farintosh, Alberta. And to try something different this evening, we are live streaming to YouTube. So if you'd like to see me operate the net and take a look at my shack and maybe hear yourself on the air, you can do a simple YouTube search of the Alberta Public Service Net and today's date of January 23rd, 2025, and it should pop right up. So do we have any net bulletins or announcements this evening? Victor Echo 6, Juliet Whiskey, go ahead.
Yeah, I've heard this covered before, but I'm going to call today from Marquita Sheriff's widow Jack. Juliet Alpha Charlie. That's what this product is also, right? She wants me to let the world know about her before we have to do for a change. I just have to do that. She did that. Did they have to world? One thing I did neglect that night is after the service, together at the Italian Center, 1:30 and 1:30.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you for that. You did fall into my noise a little bit. Can you go ahead with that call sign again? Okay, Victor Echo 6, Juliet Alpha Charlie, recently passed away. Do you have the date? Okay, again, thank you for that report. So that is a silent key report for Victor Echo 6, Juliet Alpha Charlie, who passed away on January 16th at the age of 90. So at this time, we will observe a 1-minute brief period of silence for Victor Echo 6, Juliet Alpha Charlie. And thank you for your cooperation. And that was one moment of silence for Victor Echo 6 at Juliet Alpha Charlie, passed away January 16th at the age of 90. Do we have any further bulletins or announcements? Is there any word of sick or hospitalized amateurs or silent keys? Are there any mobile, portable, or QRP stations to check the net this evening? Any relays? Does anyone wish to list traffic or make a station-to-station call? Okay, with that, we'll move into the roll call. Just a reminder, if you plan to leave early, give me the heads up, and that way, if someone's looking for you later on, we know that you've already left. So being Thursday, we're going to start off looking for check-ins at Red Deer to Calgary. Okay, Victor Echo 6 Hotel Papa Yankee. Good evening, John.
Good evening, Ryan. Good evening to everyone else. No traffic from just a little bit north of the city of Red Deer.
And just a little north of the city of Red Deer is fine. Thanks for checking. And Victor Alpha 6, Radio Quebec. Good evening. And that's just fine. Thanks for checking from Ribstone. Have a great evening. Further early check-ins, looking for check-ins, Red Deer to Calgary. And there's a loud signal. Victor Echo 6 and Mike at Juliet Foxtrot. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Ryan. Just a point of interest. Whereabouts do you live at?
I'm located near Farintosh, Alberta. So we're probably about half an hour southwest of Camrose.
Yeah, I was just wondering in that area. I used to help butane through there. I know where it's at for sure. I got no traffic for the net. You have a good one. Thanks for the information.
Okay, yeah, thanks for checking. And I'm in a little community called Sherman Park, if you've heard of that.
You betcha, Roger.
Perfect. Okay, thanks for popping by. Further check-ins, Red Deer to Calgary. Okay, there's two stations in there. The station ending in hotel, can I have that again?
Hotel, no traffic, you have a big signal as usual. Thank you.
Thanks for checking, Doug. You and Victor Echo 6 OK came in at the same time, and it sounded like just a jumbled mess. So thanks for clearing that up in 73. And Victor Alpha 6 OK. Good evening, Dale.
Yeah, good evening, Ryan, and everyone on the net. Yes, Doug and I were competing with each other there, but no traffic from my station. Pretty nice day here today. Now the wind is blowing up.
Yeah, well, as long as the temperatures stay a little warmer than the minus 20, 30 degrees that we experienced, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, same here. Sounds good. Thank you.
And thank you so much for checking. Further check-ins, Red Deer to Calgary. Okay, you're listening to the Alberta Public Service Net. This is Victor Echo 6 Hotel Foxtrot Net Control. Be sure to check us out on YouTube live streaming by searching the Alberta Public Service Net, APSN 3700, and today's date. We're moving into Calgary area. Victor Echo 6 Tango Whiskey Papa. Good evening, Terry. And thanks for checking. Have a great evening. Further check-ins, Calgary area.
Victor Echo 6 Lima, Romeo.
No problem hearing you. Good evening, Lindsay.
Yeah, very good evening, Ryan. Fewer are you from this station, but I'll be around for the duration.
Thank you. I always appreciate your help. We'll talk to you in just a few. Further check-ins, Calgary area. Was that Victor Echo 6 at Charlie Lima?
Victor Echo 6 Mike, Charlie Lima.
Victor Echo 6 and Mike at Charlie Lima. Good evening.
Good evening, Ryan, and everyone on board. Yeah, Ryan, your signal's gone from an S3 to about an S9, so that's good. You're looking sharp on YouTube. No traffic from Calgary on in and out tonight, please.
Fantastic. And thanks for checking. Yeah, funny, your signal is up and down too. Probably came up 3S units on that last transmission. Thanks again for checking. Further check-ins, Calgary area. Okay, let's move into southern Alberta. Victor Alpha 6, Charlie Whiskey Mike. Good evening, Clark. Yeah, signals are coming in pretty weak from the south. I'll assume that was no traffic. Can you give me a Roger? Yeah, and you came right up on that last transmission. Thanks for checking. Further check-in, southern Alberta. Victor Alpha 6, Romeo Oscar Delta. Good evening, Rod. You certainly may. Thanks for checking. Have a great evening. And further early check-ins, southern Alberta. Victor Echo 6 ARR and Victor Echo 6 AYR. Thanks for checking, Bob and Antoinette. Have a great evening. Further check-ins, southern Alberta. Okay, we had Victor Echo 6 X-ray in there, doubled with someone else. Good evening, Brian.
Yeah, good evening to you. Good signal. It's interesting to hear how soft some of the signals are. And V7 Hotel Delta Quebec, you may be hard to hear. Any traffic there? No traffic is good. Thanks for checking. And I have no traffic either, Ryan. I'll be here for the duration.
Yeah, thanks for picking him up. I didn't hear him, so appreciate your help as a relay as well. Thanks, Brian. Further check-ins, southern Alberta.
Victor Alpha 6 here, Yankee Sierra.
Victor Alpha 6, Sierra Yankee Sierra. Good evening, Dave.
Yeah, good evening, boy. I got a good solid 9 on you this evening. You're going to have no traffic.
That's fantastic. Thank you for checking. Further check-ins, southern Alberta. Victor Echo 6, Delta Alpha. Good evening to you, Walt.
Yeah, good evening, boy. What a band. Must be a long story. No traffic, and thank you for doing it.
And thanks for participating. Appreciate it, and have a great evening. Further check-in, southern Alberta. Victor Echo 6, Delta Oscar. Good evening to you.
Charlie.
Victor Echo 6, Delta Charlie. Good evening.
Good evening, and I have no traffic from Brantford.
Okay, fantastic. And thanks for checking once again. Further check-in, southern Alberta. Victor Echo 6, Whiskey Golf Bravo. Good evening, Walter. And no news is good news. Thanks for checking from Stavely. Further check-in, southern Alberta. Victor Alpha 6 uniform. Can you fill the call?
I have nothing for that, Davey.
Okay, you have nothing for net. Thank you for checking. Victor Alpha 6, a uniform, Victor 73. Further check-ins, southern Alberta. Last call for southern Alberta before we move on. Victor Echo 6, Victor Alpha Lima. Good evening, Gordon. No traffic's just fine. Thanks for checking. Further check-in, southern Alberta. Last call for southern Alberta. Okay, we'll flip the chair around and go north. Do we have any check-ins in north or west Alberta? Well, you're definitely not your normal loud south. Good evening, Hubert.
Yeah, very good evening to you, Ryan, and the rest of the cast. I have no traffic tonight, and I would like to know you.
Okay, you have your early out. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, and have a great evening.
Thank you.
Further check-ins, Northwest Alberta. I heard Victor Echo 6 at Juliet Whiskey Papa. Good evening to you, John.
No traffic from nice warm little smoke. We got up to the floor, and it's now
Yeah, almost summer temperatures. Thanks for checking. Have a great evening. And was there another station in there underneath, John? Does someone hear him? Can I have a relay?
Good evening, mate. Early out it is, and you've got a great signal down here, Lee. Thanks. Back to you, Brad.
Yeah, isn't that funny? The signals just started coming my way. Thanks for checking, Lee. Appreciate it. Further check-ins, Northwest Alberta. And there's a nice loud signal. Victor Echo 6 Kilo Delta. Good evening, Dave.
Very good evening to you, and I'm looking early out as well.
You certainly may. Thanks for checking. And I think there is another station in there. Victor Alpha 6, Charlie Whiskey.
So Dr. Roger, no traffic and early out. Thanks, Brian.
Fantastic. Thanks for checking, Mark. Have a great evening. Further check-ins in Northwest Alberta. Any relays? Let's go Northeast Alberta. Okay, I heard the Victor Echo 6, and then it fell into the noise. Can you come again with your call? Was that Victor Echo 6 as Zulu Oscar or Victor Alpha 6 as Zulu Oscar? Okay, I confirmed the call and no traffic. Thanks for checking, Doug. Have a great evening. Further check-ins in Northeast Alberta.
Victor Echo 6, Kilo Juliet Alpha.
No problem hearing you. Victor Echo 6 at Kilo Juliet Alpha. Good evening, John.
Good evening, Brian. Ryan. Sorry, I got confused today. I don't know. The whole day's catching up. No traffic out of Garner Lake. Beautiful day again today.
Yeah, it was a nice day, that's for sure. Thanks for checking. And was there a Victor Echo 6 at Bravo India Hotel in there?
Roger. Good evening, Ryan. No traffic from St. Paul. The park is getting really out.
You have your early out. Thanks for checking, Craig. Further check-ins where are we? In Northeast Alberta. Did we miss anyone in the northern section?
6JY is here, but you did that.
I knew that. You're always there, Don. Thanks again, and I will put you on the side log here and get you to make a call later on. Thanks for checking. Further check-ins, Northern Alberta. Okay, you're listening to the Alberta Public Service Net. This is Victor Echo 6 Hotel Foxtrot Net Control. Again, we're live streaming to YouTube tonight. You can find that by just searching on YouTube, the Alberta Public Service Net, APSN 3700, and today's date of January 23rd, 2025. We're now going to move into Edmonton area.
And uniform Lima.
Okay, Victor Echo 6, a uniform Lima. Good evening, Dieter. Okay, I heard no traffic. Can someone confirm?
Roger.
Fantastic. Thanks for checking, Dieter. Further check-ins, Edmonton area. Victor Echo 6, a Lima Whiskey Foxtrot. Good evening, Len. That's great. I'm glad someone's using it. Thanks for checking in 73. Further check-ins, Edmonton area.
Contact
And go ahead, Brian.
V6 uniform Tango Theater. Are you using the little adjustable antenna? He may not be hearing me, or he may have turned off. I got an email from him, and he's been using handsticks out the backyard, running back and forth to change them. When he wanted to change bands, and one of the company, they had an antenna that they call their shiny something. It was one of the adjustable antennas, and he had it on some kind of a metal plate. And he's about 3 times as loud tonight as I've heard him in the last month. So I just got to tell him that. Carry on, V6.
Well, it's amazing something so small can do so well. But I don't hear him here. Maybe he has left. Thanks again, Brian. Further check-ins, Edmonton area.
Dieter did double with Brian, so he is here. Well, okay, I just wondered, I'm trying to think of the name of I'm not able to pull it up out of the dendrils in the skull. He's been using a handstick on some sort of a lash-up out in the backyard, and he got a pretty big size sheet of metal, and he put this beautiful antenna on it, and it's one of the 3 antennas of that style. They're still around. So anyway, he's about 3 times as loud as he's been for a month. The Dieter V6 uniform name of Brian's deep run antenna you're using tonight. You're stronger than usual, over. Now we're not hearing a reply. Nope, I'm not hearing anything here. Anyway, just carry on. He's likely gone away or done something.
Sounds good. Thanks again, Brian. Further check-ins, Edmonton area. I believe that was Victor Alpha 6 at Bravo Mike Kilo. Good evening, Brad. And thanks for checking from Calgary. Have a good evening. Further check-ins, Edmonton area. Any check-ins, Edmonton to Red Deer? Victor Alpha 6 and November Juliet Kilo. Good evening, Jim. Thanks for checking. Further check-ins, Edmonton to Red Deer. And Victor Echo 6 at Delta November Yankee. Good evening to you.
That's Alpha November Yankee, and road traffic, Brian. Good evening to all.
And that's why I didn't call you by name, because I didn't match the call. Victor Echo 6 Alpha November Yankee. Thanks for checking, Milosh. Further check-ins, Edmonton to Red Deer. Good evening, Rob at Victor Echo 6 Tango Romeo.
Good evening, Ryan. Hopefully you're good in your part of the world. I have no traffic from Tail Creek.
And thanks for checking from Tail Creek. Further check-ins, Edmonton to Red Deer. Do we have any check-ins? Central Alberta, that's Red Deer area, east and west.
Victor Alpha 6, Echo Foxtrot Hotel.
Victor Echo 6, Victor Alpha 6, Echo Foxtrot Hotel. Good evening, Ed.
Evening, no traffic from Hannah.
Thanks for checking from Hannah. Further check-ins, Central Red Deer area, east and west.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa. Good evening, Francis.
Good evening, Ryan. I'm really hard talking tonight. Conditions are terrible at my location, so I won't be able to hang around. It's really hard to post pictures.
Well, I appreciate you popping by. Yes, conditions are sketchy tonight. Thanks again for checking. Further check-ins, Central Alberta, that's Red Deer area, east and west.
The 6 Delta, Delta, Delta.
Good evening, Darcy. Victor Echo 6 Delta, Delta, Delta.
Hey, good evening, Ryan. No traffic from my station and all full meter till you're done.
I'll need your help, that's for sure. Thanks for checking. Further check-ins, Central Alberta, Red Deer area, east and west. Did we miss anyone in Alberta? Really weak station in there. Was that Victor Echo 6 at Charlie in November?
Charlie Tango.
Okay, Victor Echo 6 at Charlie Tango. Good evening, Carl. Yeah, you definitely came up with that last transmission. Thanks for checking. Further check-ins, later missed Alberta. Okay, I got Victor Echo 6 Juliet, and then you took a dive. Can you fill the call? Okay, Victor Echo 6 Juliet, a Tango in November. Good evening, Tom. And we'll mark you down with a QRU. Thanks for checking. Further check-ins, later missed Alberta. Good evening, Owen, Victor Echo 6 Alpha Lima Charlie. Thank you very much for checking. Further check-ins, later missed Alberta. Looking for later missed Alberta for the Alberta Public Service Net. Any relays? Well, maybe I'll just have the relays give a call. Lindsay, would you mind giving a call for the south? And Don, would you mind giving a call in the north?
Yeah, I can do that. What about everybody in between? Victor Echo 6 Lima Romeo relay for Alberta Public Service Net. Anyone south of Calgary and south. Or maybe we do it this way. How about anyone in Alberta, Red Deer and south? Just heard over to you, Don, the $6.
Just anybody in Alberta for the APSN, the 631. Anyone we missed in Alberta? Nothing here, Ryan.
Very good. Thank you very much. Again, you're listening to the Alberta Public Service Net. This is Victor Echo 6 Hotel Foxtrot Net Control. We're looking for check-ins in Saskatchewan. That's VE5s or VA5s. Well, good evening, Ken. Victor Echo 5 Kilo Charlie. How are you? Fantastic. Thanks for checking, Kim. And I'm glad that remote setup is working for you. You're sounding good. Not strong, but you're sounding good. Thanks again. Further check-ins, Saskatchewan. Anyone east of Alberta?
That's the 5 triple B.
Okay, I'll pick up a Victor Echo 5 or Bravo India. Hello, Ken. Okay, well, I'm glad that I'm not the only one struggling. Thanks for checking, Ken. We have you in the log with no traffic. And I'm going to make a call for Victor Echo 5 at Bravo, Bravo, Bravo. It's your turn. And we confirm no traffic from the 5 at Bravo, Bravo, Bravo. Further check-ins, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, or further east? Anyone east of Alberta? Don, would you mind giving a call for east of Alberta?
JY for the Alberta Net, looking for stations east of Alberta. Yes, I expect the 6 Charlie Fox Protocol 3. Good evening to you. Thanks, Cliff, for no traffic. Do we have anybody else east of Alberta tonight? The 6 Romeo November Echo Portable Bird. You've got serious RF problems. You're basically uncopyable. Yeah, I'm not sure what you said, but I recognize your voice, but that's it. You've got RF off the yin-yang. 7-3. Anybody else east of Alberta tonight? No other answer, Brian?
Fantastic. Thanks for making those calls. We're going to move up north now and ask for check-ins Alaska, Yukon Northwest Territories, or Nunavut. Any relays? Do we have any check-ins United States of America? Looking for check-ins United States of America for the Alberta Public Service Net. Brian, Victor Echo 6 X-Ray X-Ray, would you mind giving a call for the United States of America?
You can do that. The 666 relay for the Alberta Public Service Net. We're looking for stations south of the we're looking for stations in the United States of America. Any stations from the United States of America for the Alberta Public Service Net, the 6XX relay. As they would say in Quebec, you'll have pas de réponse. It's all yours.
Well, it was a good effort. Thank you, Brian. You're listening to the Alberta Public Service Net. This is Victor Echo 6 Hotel Foxtrot Net Control. We're moving into British Columbia, starting off on Vancouver Island. Looking for check-ins at Lower Mainland, Fraser Valley, Sunshine Coast. Looking for check-ins at Southern Interior, British Columbia. Victor Echo 7, Tango Echo Bravo. Good evening, Terry.
Good evening, Ryan. You've got a nice signal here. The rest of it sounds like a bit of a test. No traffic, 7-3.
Yeah, conditions definitely are a challenge tonight. Thanks for checking. And was there a station underneath, Terry? No problem hearing you, Victor Echo 7, Kilo, Kilo. Good evening, Gerard.
Victor Alpha 7. Yeah, you're 5 and 9 and off tonight, Ryan. Good signal. I think everybody in British Columbia is doing something else.
Yeah, they're probably watching the Oilers and Canucks game. Sounds good. Thanks for checking, bud. Appreciate it. And sorry about the call. Victor Alpha 7, Kilo, Kilo. Further check-ins at Southern Interior, British Columbia. Victor Echo 7, X-Ray Golf. Good evening, Jerry. Thanks for checking from Karamias. Further check-ins, Southern Interior, British Columbia. Okay, station ending in Mike, stand by. Jason, Victor Echo 7, Juliet Bravo, Quebec. How are you this evening? Yeah, I'm definitely going to need you to make a couple of calls here shortly. Thanks for your help. And the station ending in Mike, can you fill the call? I thought that was you. Victor Echo 7, Lima, Juliet, and Mike. Good evening, Cliff. Thanks for checking from Aramata. Further check-ins, Southern Interior, British Columbia. Any check-ins, Central or Northern British Columbia? Any stations, British Columbia, later missed?
Yeah, B5, Bravo Whiskey Sierra.
Okay, we'll pick up Blair. Victor Echo 5 at Bravo Whiskey Sierra, and I'm guessing Jen as well.
No traffic for both of them.
Fantastic. Thanks for your help there, Don. Have a great night, Blair. Further check-ins, we're looking for later miss British Columbia. And there you are, Victor Echo 7, Romeo Yankee Lima. Good evening to you. And 73 to you as well. Thanks for checking, Bob. Further check-ins, later miss British Columbia. Hey, Jason, do you mind giving a call for later miss British Columbia? Victor Echo 7, Juliet Bravo, Quebec. Victor Echo 6, Hotel Fox.
That's the Bravo Lima Charlie.
Ryan, this is Victor Echo 7, Juliet Bravo, Quebec. We're late for the Alberta Public Service. Looking for stations later miss from the province of British Columbia. Come now. All right, we had a couple of stations in there. Bruce just stand by. I believe Victor Echo 7, Charlie November Zulu is in there first. Good evening, Mel. Yeah, it's all real good there, Bruce. Signals are up and down a little bit, but we'll get them in there. Thanks for taking the time, Bruce. You have yourself a good evening. Or at any other stations later, Metro, the province of British Columbia, which is the Captain Alberta Public Service. Come now. Do you have any further later stations from the province of British Columbia, which is the Captain Alberta Public Service? Come now. Victor Echo 7, Bell Country. Good evening, Mary. Really good. You're very all is all on this side. I hope you're the same. Thanks for taking the time to check it out with us this evening. You have yourself a good evening there. Over. Or any other stations later with Columbia, which is the Captain Alberta Public Service. Come now. So Victor Echo 6, Bravo Lima, good evening.
And thank you very much for making those calls. We're looking for anyone, anywhere for the Alberta Public Service Net.
Recheck, Brian.
Go ahead, recheck. Yeah, certainly. You're still weak, of course, but I think that's more conditions than anything else. Sounding good.
That's out here, and with Juliet Yankee, yeah, you sounded good, Jim. I think the highs and lows are just perfect. Yeah, Gail and I went down 10, and we fixed it up a little bit. I'm using a high on light and headset to be able to put that. That explains everything. always, we like how it sounds now. Don't change a thing, as somebody would say. I heard that. Thanks, Don, and thanks for the very helpful tonight. And have a good rest of it, or have a good evening. I heard you, Brian. I know. And you're ignoring me. I understand completely.
Well, I'm glad we were able to help out. That's what the net is for, testing out the radios and making sure that they're ready in times of need. Further check-ins and later missed any direction. Looking for check-ins, anyone, anywhere, Alberta Public Service Net. Well, I'll just hand this over to the relays and see if they can get us a few more. We'll start out in the order of appearance with Victor Echo 6 and Lima Romeo, who can then pass it to Victor Echo 6 X-Ray X-Ray, who can then pass it to Victor Echo 6 at Delta Delta Delta, and then to Victor Echo 7 at Juliet Bravo Quebec, finally to Victor Echo 6 at Juliet Yankee, who could then pass it back to me. Thanks again for your help.
Yeah, real good, Ryan. First I'm going to call Victor Echo 6 Hotel X-Ray. Any traffic for net?
Detect Hotel X-Ray, go ahead. Well, he was there.
Yeah, still here now. Okay, Victor Echo 6 Lima Romeo relay for Alberta Public Service and looking for any station in any direction. Any station, any direction, APSN. One more call, anyone, anywhere, APSN. Good evening, Brian. The 6 Delaware. Take it away, Governor. The 6LR.
Okay, thanks for that, Lindsay. The 6XX relay for the Alberta Public Service Net. The net is looking for any final, later missed check-ins, any direction, anywhere. Any further later missed check-ins for the Alberta Public Service Net, the 6XX relay. Nothing heard. The 6 Triple Delta goes to you, and quick question for you. If you got your log handy there from last night, can you give me the call sign of that guy that passed that information to me from my friend Ricky?
I think there was a called Bravo. I'll have to take a look here in a sec here, Brian. I think I just threw the piece of paper in the garbage here.
Okay, if you think it's Tango Echo Bravo, that's what I thought I had in the back of my head. I thought I'd written it down, but apparently I hadn't. That's fine. Yeah, if you think it's TDB, I thought it was TDB, so whether we're both crazy or we're both right. Carry on. Okay, thanks, Don.
Alright, good. This is Victor Echo 6 Delta 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 relaying for the Alberta Public Service Net. We're looking for later missed check-ins in any direction.
What's the CW doing?
Go ahead, CW.
7 Bravo Echo Hotel. And no traffic. God, he's late.
Yeah, I got just about all, but I wasn't sure of the last letter there, but thanks, Brian. Anybody else? Any direction for the APSN, the 6 Triple D relay? The 6 Alpha Romeo Sierra, who is talking from across the room. Go ahead, Ross. Yeah, okay, no problem there, Ross. I certainly understand you. It's just not your normal, robust sound Thanks for checking.
Sounds like a seat here with an echo unit.
I don't think it's quite that bad, but anyhow. Anybody else, any direction? Alberta Public Service Net, PD6, Delta Delta. The 7 Julia Bravo, Quebec, good evening, Jason.
Hey, good evening to you as well there, Darcy. This is Director 7 Julia Bravo for the Alberta Public Service Net. Looking for radio stations in any direction. Let me know. You have any further radio stations in any direction, which is at the Alberta Public Service Net. Let me know. Looking for a 6JY call, use LG 762.
Thanks, Jason. The 6JY for the Alberta Net. Anybody, anywhere. On that call, anybody, anywhere. APSN. Nothing here, Ryan.
Thank you very much for your assistance. This is Victor Echo 6 Hotel Foxtrot with the Alberta Public Service Net, looking for anyone, anywhere. Looking for any station, any direction for the Alberta Public Service Net. Okay, well, having completed all business for this evening, I'd like to thank you all for your cooperation, your check-ins, and a special thanks to my relay stations for lending a helping hand. Tonight's relays were Victor Echo 6 Lima Romeo, Victor Echo 6 X-Ray X-Ray, Victor Echo 6 Delta Delta Delta, Victor Echo 7 Juliet Bravo Quebec, and of course, Victor Echo 6 Juliet Yankee. The net will now close with a total of 75 check-ins in the log. And your net control station, Victor Echo 6 Hotel Foxtrot, will be clear of the Alberta Public Service Net, turning the frequency over to regular use. Have a good night, everyone, and 73.
Great net.
Yeah, thanks for your help, Brian. I wish the conditions were a little better, but hey, it's all a challenge.
Hi. You meant that's why we have